and welcome to the Sohria Alexander Show. How are you, my sweet people? Hope everybody had a fantastic day. And it's always a pleasure coming here to speak to you. The hour passes so quickly. Welcome to my radio listeners on Liberty 92.3 FM. Hola, how y'all doing? So is in the building. From the north of the island to the south of the island, to the east of the island, and to the west of the island, I bid you good evening. And also, not forgetting all those watching me on social media, YouTube, Facebook, and on the apps, Liberty TV apps. Welcome, my people. It's always nice to come here to rap. I know that I was on fire the last show. I was like, hey, I was just like hitting hard. And, it was just refreshing. It was just good to come out here and speak. And this is what I want to do. I want to come out here to really express myself, to think. Somebody said to me, so, you are saying a lot of things that people want to say, and you are saying it. You got to be bold. And as I said, if you put your faith and your trust in God, He's going to make you successful. Because people in St. Lucia have a tendency that if you speak up, they're not going to help you. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do that. But remember, God is the one directing your path. And He has already set the way for you. He is directing your path. And He has already set the way for you. He parted the Red Sea for the children of Israel. So don't tell me my God will not open the doors of heaven for you and I. Come on, people. We're living in a very strange time. People, let's talk a bit. We're living in a very strange time, very strange people. Remember when we were all growing up that we all looked out for each other. We all helped each other. It was more community. Now, I am one that will never bash technology, because I won't be here watching you or speaking to you, or you watching me, rather, if it was not for technology. So I'm not going to bash technology. Technology can be very good, but people use technology in many wrong ways. And, people, we have to be cognizant of the fact that there is nothing else. No matter all the money you have, all the clothes, the big house, or whatever, the only thing that really matters is when you show love and care for someone. And, sometimes the rich people, let me drink some water. Sometimes the rich people look at those who are not too rich and look at you and envy you. How are you so confident and so assured? I have more money than you, and you're just keeping it calm. Let me tell you something. The joy of the Lord is your strength, but not only your strength, He gives you peace. Great peace. And I'm telling you tonight, we are going to talk about many interesting stuff. And I know my last show, I got a lot of people like, say, so you're saying a lot of things that, the pastor's not saying, and I just don't want to say it. Well, Sosa's going to say it. And this is my brand. Remember I spoke to you about marketing, image is everything. This is my brand. Being honest, being fair, saying it as it is, not being biased to one side, but looking at things from varying angles. So we have to ensure that we can encompass everything in a holistic manner and be fair. And I stand by it that God made man and woman. Period. And I'm not going to change it, because what I realize, the world is taking their bold stand with the LGBTQ thingy, and we who are believers, are Christians, supposed to sit back and not say anything. And then it comes down again. You know, people, I don't know if we would ever be able to change that culture, but what I have noticed that many people, and imagine, I was going to town last week. When was it? Last week I was going to town. I think that was the hurricane. I think it was the Wednesday I was going to town. And then, you know, I heard this lady talking, you know, and I said to her, "Are you a teacher?" She said, "Yes, she's a teacher." And she asked me if I'm a teacher. I said, "No." She told me I look so much like a teacher. I love to teach, but I can only teach my children. Well, maybe I can teach other people's children and have patience, but for now, you know, because I like to explain things. And then she said that the way our children are being taught needs to be changed. But there are lots of things that, you know, we as our culture. And she said to me, she said to her Form 5s, as soon as you leave St. Lucia, if you get a chance to go overseas, to go to school, or not even to go overseas, but just to live, go. I know Canada is asking people to come there to live, go. Our culture in this piece, on this piece of rock, is, let me tell you, our culture on this piece of rock is fight down. What does it take to compliment somebody and say, I want you, I love what you do? And I'm still on Kidel Sonny case. My God, people just know how to rain on somebody's parade. You know, I am taken aback. And I'm left to wonder, all those people, I did literature in school, but I didn't do that for a subject. I don't know, I didn't like that. I think the reason why I didn't like it, it's the literature books they give us. I found that as pure rubbish. I didn't like it. I am taken aback that people who support, and the people who want to lead the creative industries that always at the front talking are the ones talking the most crap. I wonder if these people understand creativity. And I think I might have to do a show on that, because I saw Dawn French. She posted something from Africa saying the creative industry is the fastest growing industry. And this is what I am in, the creative industry. So when you see people come in and tell you to tell us, give us mepui because we ask you to buy me your coffee, and they're doing the same thing because they were jealous. You see the culture we have? Fighting each other down. And I'm saying, but you know, honestly, this thing really have me upset. Because I'm saying this is a young man, right? The two of them are young men who did the nice song Mash. And it's a whole controversy. Russians like controversy. They like the back and they never can say good job and get out and go. This is why the song said to tell y'all mash. And it's not a literal mash. A mash means to get lost. In America, they tell you get lost. Jamaica fire upon them. But in our St. Lucian palace, that's what we say, mash, mash. You're saying it on Facebook, and because he do a song, mash. Let me tell you, and then, you know, it is just mind-boggling. It is just mind-boggling. How are we to progress in this country when those who have to bind as a unit to be able to push themselves up, stay as a body to form an association to say to the government, we need more, but you're fighting a song. Let me tell you, the intellectual capacity of my people baffles me. The intellectual capacity of my people baffle me. And let me tell you about Buy Me a Coffee. There are many people who have used Buy Me a Coffee. They saw me using it and they use it. They never came to curse me. Nigel Nicholas is one. Nigel Nicholas works at Real FM, right? I think he's the station manager. Nigel Nicholas went to Compre. So I am not surprised Nigel Nicholas jumped on the Buy Me a Coffee brand, because this is Compre people. We are very industrious. We're not lazy coming and beg people for money and saying it's for the sick and shutting, it's for roof. We ask you for money to support our craft, what we do. Nigel Nicholas is using it. St. Lucia Times using it. But let me tell you, when they hate you, they will go and tell everybody that the Buy Me a Coffee you are using is not good. And then, because they wanted to use it, Lucians break you down and fight you down because they want to be you. Mind them. This is why I roll alone. I roll alone. I have nobody intertwined in my zafe. And then you see them dancing with clothes, doing kachorichi, right? Saying, send coffee for what? This is not content creator, and I will not come and bring down any content creator. Content creators, you ever see Nigel Nicholas come and say, oh, bad things about my Buy Me a Coffee? He's using it. Nigel is my friend on WhatsApp. I see when Nigel posts stuff. I saw when he posted Buy Me a Coffee, I was like, wow. And he had it for a couple of months now. St. Lucia Time. Go on, everybody. Look at Mikey Hutchinson, that have his big production in Grenada. He has his donation. If you go on my website, it would ask you to make a donation, or you could buy me a coffee, because we understand it. Why would I want to fight down Mikey or Nicholas, right? Why would I want to fight them down? And let me tell you how small this world is. Nigel Nicholas posted some pictures on his WhatsApp. So I said to him, who is this guy? He said to me, that's his father. I said, really, that's your father? I said, my son wants his number because my son just loved this man, Mr. Nicholas. He was at Camille Henry, a teacher. And my son always used to help him with the technical side, get the speakers and all the different things from the time he was in Camille Henry, infant primary. And then he sent his dad's number, and my son called his dad, Mr. Nicholas, and they spoke for a little while. You must not fight down people. Look at Nigel. Nigel didn't come and fight me down and say, buy me a coffee so he could have his too. He never said that. And look at that. His dad, my son loved his dad so much, not even knowing this world is too small to be nasty. This world is too small to be nasty. And that is, let me tell you, if you are low IQ and if you have a bad heart, that is what you're going to do. Fight down other people. And do not expect us, who are the good creators, coming out there and seeing somebody who broke down another creator saying, oh, that is a scam. Don't think we will sit there and let you use the platform, as if, nothing happened. No, too many people fighting, even in the creative industry. Had you all bind yourself together, many of you all would have been mega names about the place. But everybody fighting. Your turn will come. Your turn will come. What is wrong with people? Your turn will come. When I started doing my show, I didn't go and say, I didn't go and criticize all the other shows. I didn't criticize nobody. We were looking ahead and we decide, okay, we need to do X, Y, and Z. It's a culture. Oh my goodness. The Indians in St. Lucia stick together. The Indians in St. Lucia stick together. Only the blacks fighting each other down. This slavery mentality has to go. And St. Lucians need to support things at a level. It tells me, when I look at what's going on, it tells me that people are willing to support anything as long as it suits the narrative. This is not me. I will not do that. If it's red, it's red. If it's black, it's black. If it's white, it's white. And it just disturbed me. It just disturbed me. Why don't we support each other? The small, and I've said it already, the small businesses that sell their little beauty products or whatever, you wouldn't want to go and patronize them. Oh, you think it's me that's going to make you rich? Our mentality, and there is some study, people are saying it's not true, but I just living and dealing and being here with you all, I would have to agree that St. Lucia is second to last in the IQ, because I don't understand it. If somebody excel, you will excel. Sometimes it takes this person to drag you up. And these two women just want to damper the man song, Oh my God, sometimes I just don't get it. Some things you just have to watch it, turn your eyes, turn your head and say, mash and go. If it's not your cup of tea, go. If you don't like it, go. It's the hypocrisy I cannot deal with. I have to speak about this. I cannot deal with the jealousy and the hypocrisy. So if Kid El Sani and Desiree Long song just blew up so big, when you hear somebody like Jay-Z or whoever, or some big name, want to contract them and put them on a label or something, because I find Kid El is very good. I like his song. Want to contract them to do something big. And he make it. That's when you want to own him. We only want to own people when they succeed. And I'll keep saying that. And Natuki said it best. Natuki said St. Lucians, you have to be wary of them. He said, and he was talking about my situation. He said he cannot see for them beating me up for my buy me a coffee. People, buy me a coffee, it is there. It is $3 US. Right? It's $3 US. It's not in EC, because anything you put on the internet, people, can never be EC. It's US, and then they convert it for you. So it is $3 US. You can support me. And because of what I'm doing there, I have my page, Buy Me Your Coffee, so people can support me. And like Natuki said, they were so jealous. They tried to bring it down, fighting me. So it means that there are many snakes. And the people who shout and say to the politicians, you are snake. Let me tell you, I am not even worried about the politicians. I can handle them. I haven't worried about the politicians. I can handle all of them. But you see the St. Lucians that on Facebook shouting and doing craziness. Be wary of them. But it irks me the level of illiteracy that people buy into this foolishness. Then we wonder why crime is so high. Because the police have a hard time, because you all don't even understand the basics of common decency. And with this, I will take my first commercial break.
Catch the Sohria Alexander Show on Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. right here on 92.3 Liberty FM. This show will revolutionize your mind. Your host, Soso, awaits you. See you there.
Business owners, are you looking for affordable advertising options? Yes, you see, the Sohria Alexander Show has got you covered. Maximize your brand's reach with our affordable advertising rates and reach a wide audience of engaged listeners. Your ad could be featured on our popular show. And we also offer audio and digital TV ad creations, yes, you see? Don't miss the opportunity. Call us now at 758-715-9458 or email us at sohriaalexandershow@gmail.com to secure your advertising spot, yes? Big or small business, there is something for you. Ho, 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 ho.
And I'm back. And as I said before, jealousy and envy is worse than obeah. Why, somebody child excel, clap for them. That doesn't mean your child is not good. That doesn't mean that your child will not make it. Some children are just slower, but they will eventually make it. I don't know. Honestly, I really do not know what to say again. I really don't want to say. Anybody who tries to excel, be prepared for this kind of nonsense. Then we want to blame the Minister of Tourism. He's in charge of creative industry, Ernest Hilaire. We want to blame him for Carnival and a lot of things, the creative industry not moving forward. But look at y'all on Facebook fighting a creator because he's been very creative. Y'all didn't do literature at school. Y'all didn't do English language at school to understand how you can use the English language. And then we wonder why the creative industry not going anywhere. Zotut kagume yonalot, artist kagume. Writers kagume, producers kagume, tout moun kagume, singers, kagume, tout moun kagume. Then you wonder why sometimes we blame the politicians. Like I say, I blaming these politicians. I can handle all of them, all 17 of them. I ain't blaming them. I don't worry about them, fellas. Lotions I worried about. Lotions. You cannot tell me all of them credit. When just he didn't give me money, didn't help us. I'm healing them now, this and that. But Zot Kagu make you a lot. You are not a unified front. If there is $10,000 to share among 10 of you, and each of you can take 1,000, it is better. But everyone want to fight. Unity, in unity there is strength. Because I may be disgruntled about something and we have an association, we can come together and negotiate. You have strength when you are in a group to negotiate. But sometimes I don't get it. Honestly, I fed up of y'all. I fed up of the fighting. Instead of everybody saying, let's see who to help, everybody want to project themselves. I am better than this one. Why did you make a song calling Mash? Well, I love Mash so much. Let me tell you, Kidel Sonny, Desra Long, y'all made that song for Susu. Because I have that on repeat. I have to make my producer put it as my ringtone. The two young men didn't go and kill anybody. You hear the two young men with minor women. Man, why you not quarreling for minimum wage for you to get it fast? Why you not quarreling about Massey? People will take it literally. Man, you see the hypocrisy I see on Facebook. The hypocrisy. Oh my God. This is why we should change the name of Fair Helen to fighting down each other. We should change the name of Fair Helen to fighting down each other. This enrages me. You decide, like let's say, if I decide, okay, I want to open a radio station, I want to open a television station. It should not be about fighting down. It should be, okay, you want to do it, help the person. Somebody wants to start a restaurant. Somebody wants to do some catering. You help them. Everybody. Oh, you'll take my dollar. You'll take my dollar. You'll take my spot. You'll take my spot. And people are jealous. And let me tell you, I have to rap with you tonight. Like my buy me your coffee. People were jealous. They were jealous of my buy me your coffee. Saying I'm making money, I this, I that. So why would I do something and I'm not making money? Are you going to feed me? Are you going to pay my bills? Are you going to take care of me? No, you'll not care for me because you like to see people poor. You like to see people in the street. You do not like to see people going to a restaurant with their money they work hard for, whether it's buy me or coffee or not, and enjoy themselves. No, I am telling you, the mentality is everywhere. And the ignorance of some people who call themselves content creators It's being seen on Facebook. The world is seen. I have never seen, because I'm on Facebook, I've never seen any island have the nuisance we are dealing with on Facebook. You know, look at Natuki and myself. We cool. In the beginning, you know, maybe Natuki didn't really know me. I didn't really know him. And then, you know, we just cool. He used to come and, you know, and this is why I appreciate Natuki. So the people that say Natuki has 2 wives and I'm his friend, I will be his wife. I will be his friend. Hey, Natuki, I be your wife. Right. I will be his friend. Because Natuki, let me tell you, you get the support and the strength from places you never imagined. Because while everybody was at me for my buy me a coffee, calling me all kind of thing, Natuki stood up for me. He stood up for me. And Natuki, let me tell you why. And this is why I tell you, we need to elevate our thinking. We need to be better people. Natuki said he watched at how I was doing things. He liked it and he learned from me. And look at him on Facebook. He's growing. And I'm happy for him. When Natuki have his life, I come, I support him, I comment, I share. Sharing. If you cannot buy coffees, that's fine. You can share the life. Sometimes you share the life and somebody who can afford, see the life, love the life and buy the coffee. This is how you support each other. And this is what I did for Kidel. I understand the game. I put him on my page twice. And I put his YouTube link so you can give him the views so he can earn money. Where do we get of people? Where do we get of being selfish and so self-centered? The more you give, let me tell you something. The takers, they like to take. It's only supposed to be about them. But when you like to give, you get back in return so many times. You know, and the thing about it, you know, they will just go say anything. The only people I will go and I will really tell them how it is. You see them politicians, all them, that's why I say I can handle all 17 of them. I will go and I'll tell them as it is. Because at the end of the day, we put you there, we vote for you. You can't come and test me. You work for me. Straight. I can see nobody posterior. Not now, not ever. So much so, listen to this. The buy me a coffee, they're so jealous. They have to put all kind of things in people's minds to say, oh, you know, St. Lucia Labour Party pay her. That's why she turned against Flobo. The lies and the deceit. And let me tell you, this is what I see on Facebook. Why you didn't call the man and say, hey, listen, Kidel, I just need a little explanation about your song and what it means. Jealousy is witchcraft. Worse than Obia. And I'm going to play a video about jealousy for you to listen.
Jealousy, the green-eyed monster. Here's a quick distinction. If your best friend gets a brand new sports car, you can be envious. It's something you want, but you don't have. If he then invites your girlfriend to take a ride in his brand new car, you're jealous. Something you have is now being threatened and you're afraid of losing it. So jealousy is about fear of loss. But what's the basis of that fear of loss? Well, it has everything to do with you and nothing to do with the other person. Because it's really about you not believing in you, you not trusting you. Jealousy at the bottom line is insecurity. It's you not thinking you're enough, not thinking you're enough to hold on to the person that you want or that you love, not thinking that you're enough to sustain a relationship, you not liking you. And so you project that insecurity onto your partner, and then you react to what you've projected. It's really a very internal mechanism. And so how do you manage this? How do you manage this crazy jealousy? Well, one of the things to do is to write out all of your insecurities and to look honestly, take an honest assessment of who you really are. Another way is to start a campaign of self-love, self-acceptance, and self-approval. Remember this, that if you feel like you're enough, You're never going to get jealous, because why would anyone leave you? When you know you're enough, you feel safe in the world, and that's really what it's about. And so when you're dealing with this green-eyed monster, recognize how to slay the dragon, how to kill that monster. It's self-love, self-acceptance, self-approval. Make a list of 10 things that you like about you and read them every morning. Read them and connect with the feelings and emotions that creates until you feel this sense, this positive sense of self. Do the work, and remember, jealousy is not something that's happening in the outside world. It's something that's happening internally, and something you have complete control of.
Jealousy is something that happens internally. It is not happening in the outside world, meaning you have to do introspection and check yourself. Why am I jealous of this person? Why am I envious of this person? What can I do to change this? What can I do to be a better person? And I thank God every day. I thank God every day that He did not put a bone, a thread of jealousy and envy in me. Because if you want to go somewhere, you cannot be like that. Jealousy cripples you. Because there may be somebody who really meant well for you, but because you're so jealous of this person, instead of extracting wealth from that person in terms of knowledge, compassion, jealousy destroys you. Jealousy more destroys the other person than you, because what it does, it puts you on blast. It puts you on blast for the world to see. It is in this country, and I am very happy that the teacher told her students that if after you leave secondary school, if you can find a way out of this country and go to another country, you'll be better off. Sometimes it's better to go somewhere where nobody knows you and you thrive so much better. You accomplish so much more. What is going on with us as a people? What is going on with us as a people? I really want to know. And we elect who we are. So we cannot fight with the politicians. No, we can't give them blows. We can't give them blows, because look at y'all. Y'all are a reflection of, the politicians are a reflection of yourself. You're not holier than thou to, just, this place can be very depressing. And sometimes we say the place is depressing because of government. No, not because of government. Like I said, them 17 boys, I can handle all of them, and girls. This place is depressing when I see those kind of things on Facebook. Artists going after other artists. Y'all have to bind together. That's why the song say mash. Now, my people, let's shift gears a little. I believe that the CPEA, right? I believe that exam, you heard Sean Edward, Minister of Education, stating that our boys did better at those exams. These exams replaced common entrance. Let me tell you something. I hope these people are doing their work in terms of taking information, raw data, in terms of not only the exam, but looking at how the children cope under this form of exam. And if you realize, and I was speaking to the teacher, children learn differently. Let me tell you, there are some children that are so quick. My first son walked at 7 months. I jumped. I jump. When I went in the room, I see the child stand up in the crib. I'm like, what is this child doing standing up at 7 months? And then the child walked at 7 months up to a day like today. Children learn differently. Some children learn from visuals, from audio, from drawing. So the Ministry of Education, what you have to do now, Lord, I don't know. I tell you my last piece. What you have to do now, you have to do your research to find out why the boys did better than the girls. Why the boys outshine the girls. Now, this could be very subjective because you said in the top 25, I think you had maybe 18 boys or whatever. But this is just the creme de la creme. How did the balance of our boys did? And if they did well, it means there is a different approach with this new CPA exam where it is working better for the boys. And let me tell you something, the girl's hot, the girl's bright. So it means that this new exam favored the boys. And the girls may be learning a different way, and that form of exam is not their cup of tea. I believe in the Caribbean, we have too many exams. From the time a child reaches kindergarten up until grade 6, exams. There are too many exams. We are breeding a generation of students who just cram or just do whatever for exams to pass. How productive are those young people going to be? And this is why, I went to Castro's Comprehensive Secondary School. And this is why my strengths were always in accounting and business. And this is why I thank God that I went to that school, because it's an awesome school. During my time, I left in 1987. It's an awesome school because let me tell you, anybody who lives Compre, you are very industrious. Very industrious. So we need to look at the ways, because I saw some marks some of those kids got. A child got 81%, and this child was sent to N-Triple. Another one got 75%, and this child was sent to Lady, I can't remember, either N-Triple or Lady Goddard. It's one of them. I also believe that there may be some inefficiencies in the way the students are assigned. All in all, I believe common entrance was better. And I've spoken to a few teachers. They said this new CPA is taxing on them, taxing on the children. I don't know, boy. I'm telling you, people. I think you can feel my disgust and my frustration with the madness. I just don't get it. Are we just going to bombard students with exams? We have to do better than that. We have to do better than that. And then the placement of the students, and I believe something is drastically wrong. To the students who did exceptionally well, more power to you. I have nothing against you. But we always have to look for those who are not at the top of the barrel. We have to look for those in between, not between, at the bottom. So I believe that exam needs to be looked into. Too many exams. The teachers are complaining. This is a burden. I remembered myself when my kids did common entrance. I remembered, the dedication, the time, the effort you put. I think common entrance made more sense. I'll tell you that boldface. This CPA is a whole mess. It's a whole mess, because something is wrong. Something is not balancing. And, it is, to me, it's kind of fishy just come and say all the boys did well. Yeah, they came in the top 25. But let's just listen to a video or tape from Sean Edward, Minister of Education.
This is the second year St. Lucian students have been evaluated through the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment or CPEA. 1,983 students were assessed, producing composite scores which ranged from 28.8% to 96.6%. The national mean increased by an estimated 3% to 74.2. With the exception of mathematics, the national mean performances for the individual subjects were all above 70%, with language and science surpassing the overall national mean. Education Minister Sean Edwards says despite some of the misgivings that some would have had about the CPEA, the results reflect a general willingness and readiness by schools to embrace the new format.
The schools that were organized posted very good results, and schools that were not as organized posted results, among other things, that were not as we anticipated. But we will all work together next year to ensure that we improve at the school level in all subject areas at the national level. Principals, CPEA is here to stay. And the quicker you organize your processes and change the mindset, the sooner you will be rewarded with the kinds of successes we expect of our students.
11 students shared the top 10 positions. Over the years, females would have dominated this list. However, this time around, 7 males made the list, including the top performer. The minister has applauded the boys for their performances. The education minister also highlighted the results of the top 3 students in each of the 8 education districts, stressing that the CPEA was not a competition.
The modifications we've made as it relates to the presentation of the results will indicate to you that we do not want any education officer, any principal, any parent, or any student to believe or to feel that they have been disadvantaged or they're not valuable in the scheme of things. This is not competition. The schools do not get the same caliber of students. As much as we try to embrace a doctrine of equity in the provision of resources to schools, we understand that some schools have the capacity to generate and raise for themselves much more than what the government can provide.
Students' final scores will derive from the aggregate scores of both components of the CPEA. That is, the external assessment, which consists of multiple choice tests in mathematics, science, language arts, and social studies, and the school-based assessment, which comprised a project, a writing portfolio, a book report, as well as teacher tests, pupil-made tests, and can-do skills exercises in mathematics, science, language arts, and social studies. For the DBS Newsworld, I am Zin Romulus.
Let me tell you something, my people, Radioland, Cyberland. I feel sorry for the students. I feel sorry for them. What are we saying to our children? Teachers are complaining. This is too much. From the time that came out, teachers are complaining, writing book reports, school-based assessment, SSCXC. What are you doing? Why can't we do assessments based on a child's ability? Not every child, and that nonsense you're saying about children are not academic, it means that every child have their different gifting. Because to be a plumber, you must have some form of sense. To be a carpenter, you must have some form of sense. Because I can fix the tiles in my house if it's broken. I can fix me pipe if it's dripping. I need a plumber, and he must have some sense. So that nonsense of academic, I don't even know what to say again. Because, yes, 7 boys in the top, whatever. But this is not pushing our children forward. A piece of paper, oh, I get 75, I get 81, I do this. No, man. Let's get from little. We have to change this. OECS, Tut, Moon, CARICOM, everybody doing the same thing, and it's madness. Let's assess children according to their abilities. Children thrive differently. We put it one size fits all. Look at me. You think a size 0 can fit me? No, it can't. One size cannot fit all. We must stop this nonsense. And don't mind them with that common entrance and the new CPA they have. It's the same competition. It's the same competition. Children crying, children get high marks and they go in wherever. I really believe that CPA is not working. Common entrance was a stress, we know that. But you see that CPA? The teachers tell me they feel like bullocks. The teachers tell me they feel like bullocks, working. And the teachers tell me they feel sorry for the children. It is better that the teachers do the common entrance thing and they go with the children and they have their 3 papers to write and what you'll need to do is to teach the children how to read and write properly. CXC will come out and we're gonna hear the same old story. Why haven't the Ministry of Education contacted Kerwin Springer from Trinidad? The man is a mega in mathematics. The man on YouTube. Why you haven't contacted him? I've seen students from convents and different places come and testify when they get their results and say, Kerwin is the boss. Yeah, he is the boss. And my last son learned a lot of things from Kerwin. Let us, and one principal that really, he's now retired, is Mr. Funilo of Babonneau. I listened to him when, they had the celebrations for him to leave and whatever, because he retired. And he said he drew from the strengths of each of his teachers. And this is what made his school work. That's the Babonneau Secondary School. So why can't the ministry do that? Look at the strengths of the students, the different things they can do, and work with them. We put in every single little baby in common entrance, in CPA, in everything. What are we doing? I'm going to show you a video of the top. And let me tell you something, people. It is very good to have your children in sports, and this is a little swimmer.
5 students from the Montessori Center are among the 10 top performing pupils in this year's CPEA exams. Also capturing top free sports, Benjamin Kuska, the vice principal of the Montessori Center, stated that he is not shocked by the pupils' performance and commended the teachers for a job well done.
Our performance this year is not a surprise to us. Although we usually perform very well, I think this time around we did extremely well, securing 5 places in the top 10 students and having the overall best performance primary school. I must say, I must commend my teachers for their hard work and dedication. I think without that, and our principal at the helm of it all helping us. In addition, our parents, they are very supportive, and I think our working environment in terms of the teachers in the other grades as well being supportive and being part of the process helped with our overall performance today.
Kuska congratulated the island's top performer on his impressive performance.
James Sylvester, our top student, is a very well-rounded student. He's an avid swimmer. He loves to read. Every time you see James, you would see him with a novel. And he takes his work very seriously. He's a very meticulous child, and sometimes he puts a lot of pressure on himself. I taught him personally, so I know very much about him. And so I am proud of James, and I want to congratulate him on his performance. And he is making Montessori Center very proud today.
James Sylvester noted that preparing for the CPEA was not hard, and he plans on continuing his performance at SMC before heading to university to study zoology.
It's overwhelming. I didn't expect this. So when I was in grade 4, I had a plan to become the first on the island, but I thought it wouldn't come true since it got harder in grade 5 and 6, but here we are today. I'm top on the island. My plan is to go to England university. I want to study zoology and be a zoologist. I love animals, so that helps. I want to do very well in secondary school. I want to get like super merits and merits in college.
Karen Sylvester, mother of James Sylvester, stated that her son has been preparing for 2 years and managed to balance his favorite hobbies and schoolwork. She stated that she will continue to support her son throughout his secondary school journey.
He's been consistently a good performer, so we thought he would do well. But, you know, there are a lot of very clever children on the island, so you never want to be presumptuous or assume he's going to do well. So, of course, we were shocked, delighted, but very well deserved because he worked hard throughout 2 years of preparations, really, since grade 5. And the school were excellent in preparing them. They worked consistently with the children.
Sion Pilgrim and Chloe Spencer, who captured 2nd and 3rd place on the island in the CPEA exam respectively, recounted their experiences from preparation to secondary school plans.
I was very excited and happy, and it was a very nice feeling.
How was the exam for you?
At first I thought it would be very difficult, but as I kept doing my work and studying, it got easier.
I don't think the exam was really that difficult. Some questions gave me trouble, but overall it wasn't that hard. When I got the news, I felt very excited, and I was looking forward to going into the secondary school system.
According to the vice principal of the Montessori Center, the school's performance is a reflection of efforts to improve its weakness and the criticism given from evaluations done after the introduction of CPEA. Reporting for Choice News Now, I am Larissa Joseph.
Okay, I'm very happy for James Sylvester because I knew James from a little boy at swimming. Congratulations, James. And if you listen to him, this child knows what he wants to do. However, we have some children who do not know what they want to do. Obviously, James has a supportive mother, parents there for him. And this is what is important. We need to be able to look at our students, look at their skills. James wants to be a zoologist. Look at their skills. Look, you can know what a child wants to do from young, I can tell you. You can know what they want to do from young. I may not have been sitting here looking so pretty and all my, show going so nice because Akim used to put some big boxes, all kind of things in my house from a little boy, little boy. I'm like, okay, let me just leave him. And look at what he's doing today. He's studying information technology. And when he's finished, he's going to be a systems engineer. So take time, parents. As I said, last gaspiller, baby about politician. Deal with it. Look at your children. All sorts of things want to come to our country, and you are blindsided, quarreling for what? Pay attention. Like I tell them, I have time now. I gave all my children the time when they're little growing. I have time, but if you have little children that's still, in primary, infant, secondary, you have to be there for them. And James said something which is very true. He thought the exam was going to be hard, but it wasn't hard for him. James had a supportive mom or parents. James was an avid reader, is an avid reader. He continued practicing makes perfect. We really need to, it has been like donkey years, over 30, 40 years. We still keep doing the same things in terms of education. What are we doing? Are we going to make things any better? What are we doing, people? People, you all know so when I come here, I come differently. I give you what other people don't want to say to you. I come here to say what other people don't want to say to you. And people, love yourself. Think positive in everything that you do. Even if the seas may be, rolling, the waves are 15 feet high. Stay positive. And I'm telling you, some of them want to come and watch the show, but they don't want to come because of their friends' political affiliation. Then keep yourself there. Don't come on the show. Keep yourself back. Because if you come and you listen to me, listen to my show, you must go forward. And anybody that's standing in your way, just say mash.
You know they always have some old mixed breeds that is minding your business. They must stop that.
Mashton, I hope you choke.
Move.
Stand in the building. Mash, mash. All of them not watching you. Mash, mash. None of them got up to you. Mash, mash. None of them on top of you. Mash, mash. Send them away. Via shit. Mongrel. Via shit. Mongrel. Via shit. Mongrel. Via shit. Send them away. No dogs allowed.
None.
Why you watching me? Do I stand out in a crowd? Why you on my case and you're so damn proud? Want to access my files like your name is iCloud. Everywhere I go, you want to follow. You would swear you have an exam to write tomorrow. Here's a tough pill, very hard to swallow. My life is so full and yours is so hollow. Everywhere we go, they want to follow. You would swear they have an exam to write tomorrow. Here's a tough pill, very hard to swallow. Our life is so full and this is so hollow. So we tell them, mash, mash. All of them not watching you. Mash, mash. None of them got up to you. Mash, mash. None of them on top of you. Mash, mash. Send them away. Via shit. Mongrel. Via shit. Mongrel. Via shit. Mongrel. Via shit.
This is for the ones that love to malpale. Even if nothing is going on, they have something to say. They minding people business like it's so they getting paid. Well, the check go into bonks when you try to cash on me. How you vex I doing well, and up to now you air trying to big up yourself. I work hard to put myself on the shelf. You don't see them people really sick and need help. If you're not so, they say give me a sign. Kid, they'll tell me why they so bad mind. When they see you rise, you swear it's a crime. All dogs may roam, so send them and lime. Kid, they'll tell them,
mash, mash. All of them not watching you. Mash, mash. None of them got up to you. Mash, mash. None of them on top of you. Mash, mash. Send them away. Via shit. Mongrel. Via shit. Mongrel. Via shit. Mongrel. Via shit. Send them away. Only dogs that understand mash. So if it fall in your kennel and in your doggy bowl, eat it.